I'm getting rid of the wires and the Perco switch, and I'm gonna get rid of the starter and the bell housing, and then try and get it on a stand. So I just got all of the bolts out of the oil pan. We're going to drop it down real quick. Hopefully it comes off easily. And check and see if we see any metal or any chocolate milk in there. We did see some chocolate milk in the heads. That might have been moisture, but I don't think so. I think it's done for, but we'll go ahead and pop this off and see what she looks like. We're hung up on the stupid dipstick. Probably got over the oil pickup, but now I can lift it up a little bit and we can see what the inside of the pan looks like. I wanted to drop it down because I didn't know how much oil was in that pan, so I dropped it down just so that if it fell onto the oil bin there, it wouldn't have splashed up and covered the whole entire garage. Alright, so a couple hours, I got it all stripped down. I haven't touched the rotating assembly yet because I want to take a compression test. But I'm really close to this rocker. I'm actually on it, so I'm gonna have to get that chain moved up. It's got stuff. Look at that. Right there. It's got stuff in the crank, or I'm sorry, in the cam. There's another one over there. What the? Horrible. And I do see, like I said, chocolate milk right there, and right there, right there. A whole bunch of buildup right there. Well, yeah. I don't know. We're gonna get I still have to pull the crank out of it. I want to take a compression test and then pull the crank out of it. And then once I get the crank out of it, I can check where all the bearings were, and I'm going to pull all the lifters and check them out, make sure they compress nice and easily. I don't know. I mean, I'm sure it's going to be salvageable, but I don't know about the heads. I got to check that one out. I'm sure it'll be fine. It's all a water jacket right there. But we'll definitely figure it out. We got the pan off. I just got to do a compression check real quick. And then after the compression check, we will go ahead and pull the heads, pull the crank, pull the cam, pull the harmonic balancer, pull the cam, and crank, and yeah, all that stuff. Timing chain cover, timing chain. Pull the pistons out of it, check those out, check the rods, the wrist pins. And then we'll probably send the block off to get hot tanked and the heads and surfaces all decked. So yeah, I'll get into some compression checks and I'll let you guys know how it is.
I know you told your friend you're not okay. And tell me what's wrong and why you never said you felt that way. Guess you're trying to stay strong and fake a smile until I look away. But I've known you too long, it hurts to watch your blue eyes fade to gray as you fade away.
Alright, well, I found it.
As you
We
fade
started hearing a
away.
little bit of noise, a little tapping. And I noticed there's a little bit of grooves. They're not bad. I can't really feel them, but I can see them. They don't feel too bad. Now, mind you, I did see, I don't know if you guys can see it, there's a nice ridge up there.
Baby, have a taste. All the highs and the lows. No, you'll never be the same. I don't really wanna hurt you, but I can't control the pain. If you're sticking by my side, maybe we could be okay.
Yeah,
Okay,
you can see it right there. I can feel that one on the cylinder wall, but none of that compares to that. That is pretty bad. Yeah, whatever, it's destroyed. And this is another piece of that, along with, where'd the other piece go? Where'd I put it? Oh, right here. Yeah, main bearings aren't supposed to look like that. So that was definitely the problem. And so I'm going to take this block and that crank. I don't think the crank is usable. We're going to have to get a new crank, but yeah. I think that this motor is pretty much done. Or at least the crank, maybe the block. Because I'm assuming that underneath this main bearing, that it's gonna be, yep, and it is. That is some pretty deep gouging there. Yep, so we're probably gonna need a new block and new crank. Alright, well, I'm going to do a quick little voiceover here. It's been a little while now. We ended up getting a new block, a new crank, send it all off to the machine shop, got it all machined, decked, punched out 80 over. The new crank's a 1010. Like, we had everything done, glass beaded, or I'm sorry, baked and shot. Everything's brand new, and now I'm going to start putting the pistons in with new rings and everything. Here I am filing the piston rings. I don't have a automatic file, so I'm doing it with just a little file. We just needed to make a little bit of adjustments, but yeah, got it all back from the machine shop, and now I'm going to start putting it back together.
I know you told your friend you're not okay, and tell me what's wrong and why you never said you felt that way. Guess you're trying to stay strong and fake a smile until I look away. But I've known you too long, it hurts to watch your blue eyes fade to gray.
through, I checked all the clearances in the mains. Everything was within spec, so I went ahead and put all the caps on, put some assembly lube in there, put the caps on, and torqued everything. That's what all of these red paint marks are. That lets me know that I've already torqued that. Now I'm starting to do the pistons. I just got this one in, and I'm going to check the clearances. I'm going to pull it apart, and I'm going to go ahead and do that with every single one. So we'll go ahead and torque this down. A small block, or I mean, sorry, a big block Chevy with 7/16 connecting rod bolts. I believe that's what those are. They're 73, well, in between 67 and 73 foot-pounds. So I went ahead and set this to 73. And we're gonna go ahead and tighten it up back and forth until it clicks. So we're gonna add a little. On these, you don't want to tighten them down at the same, or I mean, like tighten this one all the way down, then switch to the other one. You want that to go on nice and even. Ooh. Here it is, 73 pounds. Nice. Now I've got seven more to do, but I'll save you the boring step and we'll go into a time lapse.